Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV here at PDAC 2023 in Toronto. And now I have the honor to speak to Tim Clark, the CEO of Fury Gold Mines. Hi, Tim. How's it going?
Hey, Mark. How are you?
I'm pretty fine. And you?
Everything's good. I heard you had a rough way to get here, but I hope it's worth it.
It's definitely worth it. So yesterday we had about 10 interviews. Today, till now, over 15. And so it's a busy time, but I'm loving it.
It's a great time to be looking at these companies, so I think your timing's perfect.
Exactly. So just the gold market has to rise again.
Yes, we need to get the gold, but I'm going to be a bull on that story. I think economically we're going to get that pause in the market, and the wind's going to be at our back.
Especially when you are talking to the people here, most of the people are very bullish.
Look, I mean, I've been out to some of these conferences, and just by the body count at these conferences has picked up substantially since last year alone. And I just came back from the BMO conference, and their conference was up 50% in attendance, and probably their best conference in the last decade. So I think it's exciting. The energy was there, and now I feel it here coming in here. The hallways are full and escalators are busy, and it's a great time to be in the mining.
That's pretty cool to hear. So let's talk about Fury Gold Mines. What's going on now?
Well, I saw you a couple weeks ago, so we had our update already. We still don't have our budget, but what we do have is we have more money. Okay. And so we did a raise last week it was a $7 million bought deal, and it was oversubscribed, which we like to see, and $8.75 million.
Wow.
And so we're sitting on probably about $17 million in the treasury. And we've got to bring out our budget in probably the next couple of weeks and get that going. And I think the other important factor would be our new board member, Brian Christie. I know you wanted to ask about that.
Yes, exactly.
Brian and I go back, I think, almost 20 years.
Okay.
And so I brought him on because he's done it all. He's been a banker, an analyst, and he comes from the last 8 years. He was working at Agnico Eagle.
Okay, cool.
And so when I first came on Fury, I kind of had him in mind. And he's not only a great friend, but he's a awesome geologist, trained geologist, and he's been in the capital markets for a long time. And his team was ranked #1 IR consulting group, or basically group at Agnico Eagle. And I think he's up for some awards and things like that. So for us to have him is a big plus. So I think shareholders who don't recognize that should. And we'll be a good team together on some things, and he brings a lot to the board. And I think it really rounds out a solid board with a lot of experience in a lot of different areas. So from that perspective, we're pretty lucky.
That sounds pretty good to me. So where do you see the next milestones for Fury Gold Mines?
Well, we're gonna get the budget out, and then we're gonna get drilling in March, and that's been the plan. We've got contracts in place, and I think this is an interesting market just for everybody, because consolidation is in the air, and I think investors should remember that everything kind of returns to the mean, and it's been a fragmented industry, and you've got inflation that's pushing a lot of prices up. And consolidation makes sense at the large cap side. And so you have Newmont, Newcrest, B2Gold, Sabina. And, if this comes through with consolidation in Canada, we've got 3 properties that are pretty good size right next to 3 different majors. And that's right where you want to be. At the same time, we got a big treasury chest. And our geologists who I'm here with right now are pretty excited about our program this year. So we'll get that out shortly, and I think we're going to have a good year.
That sounds pretty good to me. So your USPs, as you said, are very good. And you're at the right spot at the right time, I would say, right?
Yeah, and we got some catalysts, and I think that it's, like I said, the wind's at our back. It's a lot different company than it was a year ago, and we've got the mining stuff in our sights, and working with you has been a pleasure. So we hope we keep doing it.
Yes, we will, for sure. And keep going with good news, and everybody's happy, right?
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you very much for your time. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tim Clark, the CEO of Fury Gold Mines, and you heard it. The company is doing well. They have lots of money in the bank now. The next program will be published soon. So check out the company and we will keep you posted.